Hello, cakers. Okay, I'm ready to bake. I think I have everything ready, maybe. I am a very angry baker. I don't enjoy this process of this at all. I only like to decorate the cakes. So when I worked at a bakery, it worked out perfectly. But here we are. So I went to Aldi yesterday and I got 2 boxes of white and 2 boxes of yellow. I'm gonna mix them. I'm gonna melt my butter. So I need a cake for Wednesday night's class, Thursday night's class, and then I'll have the cupcakes. So I'll make those next week. And then I'll make Wednesday and Thursday so that I don't have to do that in 2 weeks. I would rather just make all this mess now, this one time, and just get it done and get it in the freezer and be more ready for class, because as you are learning now, it takes a lot to do this class and to bring to this class and to have for this class. Okay, so I brought out my cake pans and I need to think about this. These are the 6 inches, and I think that one box usually makes almost, yeah, it makes 3 6-inch rounds. Isn't that right? But I only brought up okay, so Wednesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, I think I need more pans. I was looking at my other 8-inch pans, and I have, these are the only 2 2-inch that I have, but I have a couple that are 3-inch. Those take longer to bake, so I didn't want to bring them because this is going to take longer to bake than this one. I'm just going to divide it out between this. And so my 8 inches are going to have a little bit more batter than I normally would, or I'll give the 6 inches a little more than I normally would. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll wing it. I don't want to think too much about this anymore. I just want to get it going. The other thing I had to bring up was these 2 of these so that I can sandwich the cakes and flip them out when they're done. We're a long way from there. Okay, I still haven't gotten out my butter or eggs. I think, so a white mix calls for egg whites, but I'm using whole eggs. And like I said, I'm going to mix them. I'm going to do these 2 at one time and then these 2 at one time. Yeah, I feel like that's a better option. And okay, I'm going to get to work. Okay, we're going to get started. I just preheated the ovens. And now I'm going to start cracking eggs. Each of these boxes needs 3 eggs or 5 egg whites. I am going to use 6 eggs for each set of this. Okay, so I'm going to crack them into here. It's always a good idea to crack your eggs into a separate container in case you get shells. 1, 2, 3. Let's put it in there and then wash that. 4, 5, and 6. Oops, I missed that one. Okay, try again. 6 of those. Wonderful. Let me go ahead and put that into my mixing bowl and go ahead and do these next 6 because like I said, I'm going to do these back to back. I spent about $25 on ingredients, I believe. And that was because I had all this other stuff already. But so that was just like the butter, the eggs, the cake mix. That egg was super small. This is super small. I like to use large eggs. These, yeah, it does say grade A large. Maybe, I don't know, maybe for our omelets, we usually buy like extra large. I don't know. It just looks smaller to me. Maybe my perception's off today. Who knows? Okay, and then it calls for a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. So I'm going to use a 1/2 cup of butter. Just confirming that yes, this is a 1/2 cup. 1 stick is a 1/2 cup. So I'm going to melt 2 sticks of butter at a time. See, things like this make me angry. I'm such an angry baker. I don't know if you could see that, but I just dropped my butter straight onto my counter. Gross. Okay, I'm melting this anyway, so I am going to use a not room temperature butter. That's making a mess. Okay. Nope, they're all room temperature. It's a little hot in my house right now. So, this weather. I'm not ready for the winter yet. Last night I was thinking I'm gonna go ahead and shave off all my hair. It's in my way, it's making me hot. Okay, so here we go. Butter, butter. You know, I really like it when these come off cleanly and then I can reuse this butter wax paper to spread the Crisco around. So I am gonna hold this over to the side and maybe I still can. I'm gonna melt this in the microwave. My old microwave, I was able to hit melt 1 start, and now this new microwave, I'm just gonna hit express cook and see what happens. Okay, hang on, I'll be right back while I throw away the eggshells. You know, if you were really Susie Homemaker, you could rinse them and crush them and put them in your garden, etc. Not my life. Okay, here's my melted butter. It is too hot to add to my egg mixture yet. Okay, I'm gonna need 2 more sticks of butter for the next one. I'll set that aside along with my eggs that are ready. Set those aside. Okay, next up, so then I'll reuse this to melt that butter. Good plan. Okay, one of my ovens is ready. I'm not ready yet. You will wait for me. Okay, so eggs, butter, and then I'm gonna need water. How much water do I need? 1 1/4 cup plus 1 cup. Okay, let's just use 2 cups. I'm out of frickin' measuring cups. Okay, you are gonna have to go in here so I can use this one for the 2 cups of water. Okay, so I have 2 cups. I'm going to add to the egg mixture. 2 cups I'm going to add to the eggs. Awesome. Okay. Now we get to mix the butter with the eggs, and then I will add in the box creations. What I have not done yet is grease my pans because I have to dig through this cabinet that I hate this cabinet and find the Crisco. So I'll do that while it's mixing. Okay, KitchenAid ready to go. 1 box, 2 box. So you might be asking, why don't you just make 2 of these white and 2 of these yellow? I mean, valid question. I could make it like almond. The truth is, these are giveaway cakes. Yeah, I don't have a good answer, so. I'm just doing what I'm doing, okay? And it's fine. Everything's gonna work out great. Okay, wait. Oh, my spatulas are in my supplies already. I need a spatula. Oh my God, I don't see my spatula in there either. Where's my freaking spatula? I have an entire flipping bag of cake decorating spatulas, and tips and everything else I did my dishes with. And where's it at? Is it in my car? I have no idea. So I'm using a freaking slotted spoon. Ugh. What did I tell you? Baking makes me angry. Angry. It's not normal. It's not right. This is why I'm not going to teach cake classes anymore. Because of all this stupid baking and prep work. The unpaid labor of American women. Okay. Here we go. The eggs and butter and water are mixing great over here. This is ready for round 2 in the pot. How am I going to do that without a spatula? Where are my freaking rubber spatulas? I don't know. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to put one of these in at a time. Slowly, nice and slowly. This is the slowest. The KitchenAid is on the slowest it can go. So we're trying not to make a mess. I'm trying to go slow. But I also want to just be done and get it over with quick. How am I going to scrape the bowl without a spatula? Okay, I'm going to have to go to my car. I'll keep trying this slotted spoon as far as it'll get me. Like, surely there are people in the world that do this without a rubber spatula, right? I'm sure. Okay. Good. This is going great. Ready to scrape. Okay. Mostly all incorporated, except they're up around the top. I could move the camera to get you a better camera angle. I'm sure I've made this video before. You can probably just look through the pages and find a much better version of this same video. Because I've been teaching these classes forever. Okay, now's when I'm gonna set the timer. For some reason, I wanna say 3 minutes. I did not read the box. Okay, timer on, 3 minutes. I'm gonna turn it on to medium and press start on the timer. Actually lower than medium. And start, and I will be back. Okay, I actually read the box and it said to mix this for 2 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and give it another stir. It looks good. I definitely don't want to over mix it. Let me just turn it on real quick for another second. And I found my Crisco. I'm sweating. I was down. I had to get down on the floor and climb in the back of that cupboard to find this freaking Crisco. Yeah, this looks good. Okay, let's go ahead and prep these pans. So, in the first set, I'm gonna put an 8-inch in each of them, in each of the batches that I'm batching. Where's this other? Oh, right, I rinsed it out for the eggs. And then what did I do with it? It's right here in front of me. Relax. Relax. I knocked over all these cake boxes. I don't want to film this anymore. Okay, this is going fine. It's going fine. I just don't want to be on camera anymore. I'll see you in class. Okay, here's the Crisco. Here's those butter things that I saved. Now I'm going to use this to spread my Crisco around. And I think I mentioned that, like, you can find the recipe for goop. I think I made a video making the goop. That's equal parts Crisco, oil, and flour. And it's a nice mixture. You brush it in a pan. La-di-da. This is just Crisco, and then I'm gonna flour them. Okay, so Crisco, Crisco, Crisco. And one more. I need one more of this first batch. And then I'm gonna do this all again. And you know what? While my hand's a mess, I was gonna wait to finish doing them until I bake them, until I had that batter ready, but I'm gonna go ahead and prep all these pans now while I have this mess in my hand already. And then I can use some Dawn, wash my hands, go on. Hey, Bob. How was school? Okay, one more. So usually when I do this, I'm making a video. Usually when I do this, I actually measure out the batter, and I'm just gonna wing it this time. Hey Fletcher, can you come turn this off? My hands are greasy. We're on the... Okay, now they're all greased. Now now my hands are clean. I don't know why I didn't wear gloves for that. Now I'm going to flour them. So, I have a spoonful of flour I'll start with, tap it all around, and then pour it into the next one. Tap it good and dump it out. Let's start with one at a time. Tap it all around. And I had brought up that goop recipe because that is a lot less messy than getting flour everywhere. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 6-inches and 2 8-inch. So usually it is a great idea to actually measure this out and in cups. Remember that chart I just sent in an email, the baking chart, how many cups of batter 6-inch gets, 8-inch gets. Wait, this is gonna be, this is so hard. This is 2 boxes. So this should be enough to give me, I don't know. Like I said, I'm just gonna wing it. Okay, so no more than 2/3 full, halfway is best. Measuring the batter would give us even baking. That would be helpful. Okay, so I still have probably a cup of batter left. I'm gonna count these down and see which ones can take some more. Yep. You can have another spoonful. You could have another spoonful. You could have another spoonful. You could have another spoonful. That one probably can't have any more, actually. It's the 8-inch. It's probably gonna take like a really long time to bake. And these are gonna come up. These are much fuller than I usually make them. Now I'm ready to start the next. I wanna start baking these all the same time. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this butter in here. It's not melted, but it's so soft. I think it's good. I think. Okay, and now the water and the eggs, and on. Whoa, messy. I probably should have creamed that butter first, or melted it. I'm too hot, and I just want to be completely done. It's not even summertime yet. This is too much batter, these. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine, right? I'm gonna take a look and see how this butter egg mixture is doing. Oh, it's chunky. Oh, it's chunky. I don't like that. Let's cream it some more. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and add the batter. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping that once I add some more earth in it, then once I turn it up, it'll break down the butter better. Okay, let's add the next box. You know what I wish I was making? I just saw a recipe that was a lemon cheesecake, and it used like the cake batter, I mean not the batter, but the mix as a crust, and then added like the cream cheese cheesecake mixture. It looks so good. But no, we have to have cake cakes if we're gonna have dessert. Okay, this needs great. And then we're gonna go ahead and set that 2 minutes. Shuffle these pans out of the way, get some new pans in the way. Okay, this batter looks great. The timer's about to go off, and I had already started mixing it beforehand, so let's go ahead and start it. It doesn't look chunky anymore. I still don't think that was the right move. I don't recommend not melting your butter, but you know. It's not like I'm making somebody's wedding cake, because I'm not. And I wouldn't. I mean, I guess I could make somebody's wedding cake again, but not in this house. 5 cats, teenagers, and space restraints, and okay. Whew. Okay, good. They look pretty even. This one could probably have some more. This one could have some more. One of the reasons that you want to tamp them down like that is to bring the air bubbles up, so you don't have a big tunnel going through your cake. Feels like this one could have some more. That means you are over full. Okay, I think that's good. I'm gonna put them in the oven. We'll see what happens. Okay, so these cakes have been cooling for about 2 hours, almost. No, stay there. Stay. So what I'm doing is wrapping them with plastic wrap. Now, 6 inches are a little easier to flop around. Like, I can't treat a hot cake like this, and I definitely cannot treat the 8-inch cakes like this. But then after I get it wrapped in the plastic wrap, then I put it in a gallon size baggie, and 2 of them, 2 6 inches fit in there. And I'm hoping I have enough baggies. Another thing I want to say is you should always label your baggies on the date that you bake them and what they are. So that is what I'm working on here. Just flipping it around and wrapping it. Okay. These ones are going to be a little more difficult because I can't flip it around. So, I'm going to lay out the plastic wrap first. Put the cake on top of it. Do that. Lock that. And let that plastic wrap stick to itself. Super helpful. Now, stick to itself. It won't stick to parchment paper. Hold that up. Okay, that'll be fine. That's better. Okay, there we go. Now this one will still fit in an 8-inch. I mean, in a gallon size baggie, but by itself, it's an 8-inch instead of a 6. Ooh, we're getting a big storm. I'm not sure if I have that many baggies. I might then just go ahead and wrap this in aluminum foil then. And again, label it. I'm not going to unless I find a Sharpie real quick. Because I gotta get to class to teach pottery tonight. Okay. Okay, that's good. Good. All wrapped up. And again, these have to be all the way cool before you can wrap them. Not because of the wrapping, but because of how we're tossing them around.